office has said that U.S. Israeli-backed aid points in Gaza seem to have become killing sites. The organization has recorded about 509 deaths over a month from May 27th to June 27 at the aid distribution points run by the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Meanwhile, more than 100 others were killed in attacks near humanitarian convoys of the GHF, a private organization backed by the U.S. and Israel, according to Ravina Shamdasani, the spokeswoman for the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. Let's listen in to what she has said.
So the latest figures that we have recorded 613 killings, both at GHF points and near humanitarian convoys. Now, this is a figure as of the 27th of June. On who is responsible, it is clear that the Israeli military has shelled and shot at Palestinians trying to reach the distribution points. How many killings, who is responsible for that? We need an investigation.
This comes after over 165 non-governmental organizations issued a joint statement calling for immediate actions to end the GHF. The statement stated that the Israeli-US scheme under the guise of providing aid is causing chaos and violence, resulting in the deaths of over 500 innocent Palestinians in just weeks. Now we are joined by our guest, Ross Feingold. He's a political analyst joining us live from Taipei. Thank you, Ross, for joining us. What does it mean for the credibility of humanitarian operations if aid distribution sites are turning into killing sites, according to what the UN has said?
The reality is that civilians are desperate for aid, so they'll continue to line up, even if there is the risk of civilian casualties as Israel and Hamas continue to fight. We just have to keep in mind that one of the reasons why there's gunfire near the aid distribution sites is Hamas continues to embed itself with or behind civilians, leading to hostile fire from the Israeli Defense Forces. So it's very much up to Hamas. Hamas could disengage from areas where there is humanitarian aid distribution, and hopefully that will lead to a safe process for civilians to receive this aid.
And how should the U.S. and Israel respond to these UN findings about the safety of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation sites, according to you?
The reality is Israel and the United States are either going to deny any accusations or they're simply going to ignore it. Israel has long felt that the United Nations and organizations that are part of the UN system are not neutral parties when it comes to disputes between Israel and Hamas. And Israel has made that very clear by some of its actions throughout the course of the war, such as banning the UNRWA from operating in Gaza. So there's not a very good relationship when it comes to Gaza issues between the United States and Israel on one side and the United Nations on the other. What we have to watch out for would be if the ceasefire agreement is actually reached, would the Israelis allow United Nations affiliated organizations to resume providing aid in Gaza, or would it only allow other organizations not affiliated with the UN to resume providing aid in Gaza?
Thank you, Ross. You will stay with us as